Today our topic is how to deal with difficult people without losing your cool. Life is full of challenges, and one of the most common challenges we face is dealing with difficult people. Whether it's a coworker who always complains, a family member who loves to argue, or a stranger who is rude, difficult people can test our patience and make us feel frustrated. But the good news is that we can learn how to handle these situations without losing our calm. The key is to understand why people act the way they do, to control our own reactions, and to use strategies that help us stay in control. Let's talk about how we can do this. First, it's important to remember that everyone has their own struggles. Sometimes people act difficult because they are dealing with stress, fear, or pain. They might not even realize how their behavior affects others. If we can try to understand their situation, it becomes easier to stay calm. For example, if someone is rude to you, instead of getting angry, you can think maybe they're having a bad day. This doesn't mean you have to accept their behavior, but it can help you react in a more peaceful way. Understanding others is the first step to dealing with them effectively. Next, focus on your own reactions. When someone is difficult, it's easy to get upset or defensive, but losing your cool usually makes the situation worse. Instead, try to stay calm and think before you speak. Take a deep breath and remind yourself that you can't control other people, but you can control how you respond. If you feel yourself getting angry, it's okay to step away for a moment. You can say something like, "I need a few minutes to think about this," and then come back when you're ready to talk calmly. This shows that you respect yourself and the other person, even if they are being difficult. Another important tip is to set boundaries. Difficult people often push limits to see how much they can get away with. If you let them, they will continue to act in ways that upset you. But if you set clear boundaries, they will learn what is acceptable and what is not. For example, if someone constantly interrupts you, you can say, "I'd like to finish what I'm saying before you respond." This is polite but firm, and it helps you take control of the situation. Setting boundaries is not about being mean. It's about protecting your peace and showing others how to treat you. Communication is also key when dealing with difficult people. Sometimes misunderstandings cause conflicts. If someone is being difficult, try to listen to them carefully and ask questions to understand their point of view. You can say things like, "Can you explain why you feel that way?" Or, "What do you think would help solve this problem?" By showing that you care about their perspective, you can often reduce tension and find common ground. At the same time, make sure to express your own feelings clearly and respectfully. Use I statements like "I feel frustrated when this happens," instead of blaming them. This helps avoid arguments and keeps the conversation productive. Sometimes, difficult people are looking for a reaction. They might say or do things to provoke you because they want attention or want to feel powerful. In these situations, the best thing you can do is not give them what they want. Stay calm and don't engage in their drama. If they say something rude, you can simply say, "I'm sorry you feel that way," and move on. This takes away their power and shows that you won't be pulled into their negativity. Remember, you don't have to win every argument. Sometimes, walking away is the strongest move you can make. It's also helpful to practice empathy. Even if someone is being difficult, try to put yourself in their shoes. Maybe they're acting this way because they're scared, insecure, or feeling unheard. When you approach them with empathy, it can change the way you see the situation. Instead of seeing them as an enemy, you might see them as someone who needs help. This doesn't mean you have to fix their problems, but it can help you respond with kindness instead of anger. Kindness doesn't mean you let people walk all over you. It means you treat them with respect, even when they don't deserve it. Another useful strategy is to pick your battles. Not every conflict is worth your time and energy. Ask yourself, is this really important? Or am I just reacting to my emotions? If it's something small, it might be better to let it go. For example, if someone cuts in front of you in line, you could argue with them, but is it worth the stress? Sometimes the best way to deal with difficult people is to ignore them and focus on what really matters. By choosing your battles wisely, you save your energy for the things that truly deserve your attention. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, can also teach us a lot about dealing with difficult people. Stoics believe that we can't control what happens to us, but we can control how we respond. This is a powerful idea when dealing with difficult people. Instead of trying to change them, focus on changing your own mindset. Remember that their behavior is not about you, it's about them. You can't control how they act, but you can control how you react. By staying calm and not letting their negativity affect you, you take away their power and keep your own peace of mind. It's also important to take care of yourself. Dealing with difficult people can be draining, so make sure you're taking time to relax and recharge. Practice self-care by doing things that make you happy, like spending time with loved ones, exercising, or pursuing a hobby. When you're feeling strong and balanced, it's easier to handle difficult situations. You can also practice mindfulness, which means staying present in the moment and not letting your thoughts spiral out of control. Mindfulness helps you stay calm and focused even when others are being challenging. Finally, remember that you can't please everyone. No matter how hard you try, some people will always be difficult. And that's okay. You don't have to be friends with everyone, and you don't have to win their approval. What matters is that you stay true to yourself and handle situations with integrity. If someone is constantly toxic and brings negativity into your life, it's okay to distance yourself from them. You don't have to cut them off completely, but you can limit your interactions and protect your own well-being. Your mental health is more important than trying to fix someone who doesn't want to change. In conclusion, dealing with difficult people is a skill that takes practice. It's not always easy, but by staying calm, setting boundaries, and focusing on your own reactions, you can handle these situations with grace. Remember that you can't control others, but you can control how you respond. Use empathy, communicate clearly, and pick your battles wisely. And don't forget to take care of yourself, because your well-being is the most important thing. Life is too short to let difficult people steal your peace. By staying strong and staying true to yourself, you can navigate even the toughest situations without losing your cool.